Hey everybody. Thank you for waiting just a moment for me. What I wanted to do was go ahead and record this and so it can be pretty much played over. What I was going to do at first was go ahead and do a Facebook Live, but then I got to thinking about that and I was just like, okay, what about the people that's not on Facebook? And so I didn't want to do it that way. So we are going to be going over what you should be doing right when you sign up with David Allen Capital. Okay. So this is Imani Sadiq. I am the person that you'll be starting your agency with and doing all of your training with. For those of you who are watching this and you have not signed up or you have not made up your mind whether or not it's a good fit for you, I can tell you that they are a wonderful fit for everyone, whether or not you are looking to start your own agency or you just want to come and you want to be able to, make six figures a year, an extra 50,000, an extra 20,000, whatever it is that you're looking to do. You can either go it alone and still make really good money, or you can go ahead and you can have a team of agents and you can choose to be a leader or a person that leads a market in your area, which means you're really going to be pushing pretty hard and you're going to be taking over cities and things of that nature with a lot more business funding agents with you, right? So what I will say about David Allen Capital is we are a revenue-based company. Okay, so we don't require collateral and we never ask for it. This company is free to become a business funding agent. It is free for your website. It is free for your certification because you will go through an LMS certification here in the next few days. Actually, it's going to be available. It's actually not even available yet, so it's something that's really new to us. Your marketing is going to be free. You have top of the line training. You have calls every single morning at 8:30 in the morning from leadership all the way down to payment processing and things of that nature. And we'll go over that just a little bit. And anybody pretty much can come into this agency. If you have a drive and you really want to do something with your career and you really want to come into finance, I do not recommend you be anywhere else. The company is led by David Allen, who you see on this screen. His integrity is through the roof. He also gets out there and he goes and he helps businesses on his own. He's actually an agent of his own company, right? So in my eyes, that means a whole lot because that means that he also wants, to see this company grow and thrive. And, Trustpilot, we have a 4.6, I believe, rating, which is really huge in a finance industry, excuse me. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So when you very first start here and you sign up from day one, okay, and then you guys, let me say this too. People pay $30,000 to get set up with platforms when you're doing your own business funding or your own business offices, and you're the ones who have to sign up with all of these different lenders. We offer 20 plus lenders, top of the line lenders, right? You guys see all these different companies that you're used to hearing, and pretty much guaranteed they're within our 20 people that we go with. We go with 20 different lenders to give you the best offer out of the 20. But where you would apply for, your business owner would apply for and not get through, we will get, funding for that person simply because we submit hundreds of files, okay? And they know that we go over all of our files. We look for things that don't look right. Our underwriters are really good, all of that. So they know that when we submit something, we're not submitting trash. And so a lot of times we get of funding deals for people that if they were to go on their own and try and get them, they will not get them because the company is a trusted company. Okay. So when you sign up, you're going to get what's called a welcome email. On your welcome email, it's going to have all of the different links for all of your different pages. It's going to have your sign up for a Relevate account, which is your pay account. And it comes with a card and all that stuff. It's just like a bank account in your pocket that all of your payments and everything come on. It's going to have pretty much everything on there for you to get started. So when you come to your website, this is what you're going to see. And we're going to go down on this website. These websites are very, very well put together. Okay. So this is your initial page. And as you see, it has my name up here, my phone number, my email, so that a person can get a hold of me if they have questions or any of that. You have a video here from
they didn't approve mine years ago.
David Allen, which is the founder of the company. You go down here on the very bottom, best odds for approvals. Providers compete here. There's FICO. It has all this stuff, all this information that's on here. Meter beat guaranteed $500 Visa. We've never had to give that to anyone because we've never had to give it out so far. So down here at the bottom, you have super fast processing. It's giving you exactly how everything is done, which is another really big deal. You go down here, fuel your business growth with quick, easy funding from 10K to 2 million. And this is the basics that I was telling you guys about the other day, where it will, let a person know 4 months in business, 550 on a FICO, US or Canada, 15,000 in monthly sales. It also has down here instant micro funding. So let me say that right now, this is gig funding. Okay. So this is where it's kind of like a $300 to $5,000 loan that a person can get on for gig funding. However, it's not available in California or New York because our laws are a little different. We can't give business funding on personal accounts, and Giggle will let you fund on personal accounts. So I'm not saying if you're in California not to or New York for that matter, not to run your gig funding if that's what you want to do. You could just do it outside of those two states and you'll still be completely fine. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. However, what I am training my agents on, basically you'll see it when we're going through here, but what I am training you on are closings that I know, or fundings that I know, excuse me, that I know that your business owners are going to get. And you're going to have a checklist that you're going to be going through so that that you're not wasting their time or your time, and they will be able to get funded based on that. Gig funding is just they're very, very small fundings. It would take a whole lot for you to, be at a certain stage in order to do that. And so that's the reason why I don't start off with that type of thing. What can our funding do? One thing too that's really good that I will say with this is that I've been with other funding platforms before, and they want to know why you want the money, right? They ask why you want the money. What do you want to do with it? How are you going to spend it? Whatever. We don't care. If you get approved for funding, you can use that money on whatever you're going to use it for. This is the only thing that I will tell you, because we don't do scammy funding. Okay. So when you are dealing with a business owner, you want to make sure that they have a plan for the money that they're getting. Okay. This is not free money. This is revenue-based money. So they're paying for the money that they're getting. you want to make sure that you're not putting them in a bad spot. And so there's a hardship, right? So if they're coming to you and they are, borrowing $100,000 and they may have to pay back 120, 125, 128, whatever it is. Okay. You want to make sure that that $28,000 that they're paying back is not going to be a hindrance to them. You want to make sure that if they're borrowing it, they're doing it because they're putting a patio outside of a restaurant that's going to sit like 50, 60 extra people, which would, do a really big thing with their revenue. You want to make sure that if they are ice cream parlors, stuff like that, maybe it's getting colder outside and they're buying espresso machines or they're doing stuff like that. Just make sure that whatever they're doing, there's a plan for it so it doesn't take away from what they've already worked so hard for. Just make sure that they have, something planned out and they're not getting it to pay bills that they have, or they're not getting it to say, okay, well, we just want to make sure we have cushion. And so we want to borrow that $200,000 from you. And then we're just going to go ahead and just sit it in the bank. If they qualify for it, they qualify for it. It's none of our business what they do for it. But just as far as ethics and integrity, make sure that you're working with them and you're actually making sure that they're thinking, the right way when they're taking the money to push their business forward. Okay. So let's go down here on the bottom. Small business funding FAQs. You have all this on here. This is what your actual customer is going to be seeing when they come to your site. So preferred funding. There's a page on here that tells them all about that, what the options are, what the pricing is. Nothing here is hidden. Like they're seeing all of this here. Now, if you noticed before, I told you I wouldn't. I didn't recommend, doing the 500 FICO, 15,000 a month, and 4 months in business. This is a qualification criteria right here, that I recommend that you guys stick with. Right, 2 years in business, 50,000 a month in sales, 680 on the FICO. There have been some people that have told me that have never been in this industry before. Oh, $50,000 seems like a lot of money. It is not, you guys. $50,000 really is a standard amount for a business. If you're trying to help a restaurant, they're going to be making somewhere between $100,000 and $150,000 a month, and that's standard, okay, for a restaurant. 50,000 is something like a nail salon, something like that, and even a lot of those make a lot more than 50,000 a month in revenue. Typically, if a person has a business that's making anywhere around 6, 7, 8, anything under 15,000, let's put it that way, it can actually be considered a hobby. Okay. When you get into real business and business where people have really put their foot in and they're really pushing and really doing what they need to do, 20,000 and over, at 20,000 is like a minimum of a really good, they're starting to do what they need to do, but 50,000 to 100,000 is about standard on a lot of businesses that you will get. I was just talking to somebody, the other day that has a trucking business, and she has some bays on the other side that like washes diesels and things of that nature. And on a slow month, they're doing 120. And they only have 3 bays. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea. Preferred funding, you have rates here. And then instant micro funding, like I said, that's the gig funding. That's not this one right here is for the 15. But on the gig funding, you guys know that I told you guys a criteria on that, but we don't do it in California or New York. So you'll be able to get that from the actual training part. So lines of credit, they'll be able to come down here on the lines of credit. They'll find out everything. 2 years, 680, 20,000 a month. And then when they hit apply, you guys, it's really simple when they hit apply. This is all they're filling out right here. That's it. And just make sure that you remember they need to fill this out. You cannot fill that out. By law, you can't do that. Okay, so this is another thing too with the people that are, and then you have payment processing. Hold on just 1 second. I'll get back to what I was saying. So you have your payment processing here. We have one of the best payment processing systems. And when you go down here, it gives you kind of like a calculator as to what they could possibly be saving, right? So we are just talking about the 50,000. You got that there. Monthly savings roughly about 1375. Annual savings 16,500. On a business that is making 100,000, you're looking at a 2,750 save monthly savings and $33,000 a year. That's insane, right? But we have some really, really good things that's going on with payment processing. You may go to a business and they're not ready to get any funding done, but you can save them a lot of money on their payment processing. Okay. So keep that in mind. And then we're going to hop over here. This is the main thing that I want you guys to remember. When you sign up, you're going to go to startmyfundingcareer.com. Okay. You're going to sign up, and then it's going to send you your welcome email. So you're going to have all your links and all that in there. You're going to go down here to the bottom, and I apologize for that buzzing. If you guys are hearing that, my phone is just, it's been going crazy all day. So you go down here to the bottom. If you want to go to log in, you can just do it down here. But when you get to your back office, this is what it's going to look like, okay? How to use a second page to get you guys over here. I don't want to be showing anybody's names and stuff. So you're going to have your personal agents are going to be here. Your total agents are going to be here. It'll show you how much commission, if you've had any deals that have been closed. You're going to have whatever, if there's like a promotion running, it's going to be right here. Any special events, calls, any of that type of thing, it's going to be here. And then weekly calls and all that will be here. You'll also get like, emailed on that and everything like that. And all of this over here gives you highlights on like your team, and all of that. This is the main thing that I want you guys to do. When you sign up, like I said, you're going to, if you are signing up with me, let me say that. Let me just correct that. Sign up under whoever's link is, talking to you about becoming a business funding agent. If you got this from me, then my direct site for you to sign up on is startmyfundingcareer.com. And then I want you to log in and go straight to the Agent Resource Center, okay? Everything that you need that's going to make you a thriving six-figure agent is in this Agent Resource Center. And I mean everything, okay? So when you start right here, you're going to go to your onboarding training. And I mean, these trainings, you guys, are detailed. They're very, very detailed, okay? So your onboarding, you're going to go do your business funding training review, and then you're going to go do the game plan, okay? Hop over to business funding. This is going through all of the videos for you. Quick reference sheets are here. Everything is here. These right here connect to Canva, and you'll be able to design your business cards there. These connect to Canva. These are all of your flyers. They're already done for you. The only thing you're going to do is just put your QR code in there, and then your name and your email, and your phone number, or however you want to do that. You have social media posts here, videos. All of that is right back here. And then we have a group that's on Facebook where all of the business funding agents are in. Everyone's helping each other with everything, scenarios, what they need to say to certain people. And then on Instagram, we have a whole different page that caters to, agents. And if you see anything on there as far as videos or any of that type of stuff, you can use those videos and that marketing material, because they were made for everyone. Okay, so you could just take them off of there, and there's new ones on there all the time. Lines of credit, you have all of that here. There's your marketing for it. Payment processing. And everything's in detail. All of these videos that you're looking at, they're very, very, very heavily detailed. Okay, you can get everything off of them. Right here, it goes over some of the payment processing, current list of high-risk industries, and then you have payment processing marketing material down there. Now, health share. Health share is another one that we have. We do have healthcare. We have really, really good healthcare that people can look at and compare and do comparisons with. It may be something that's just good for what your business owner is doing. It may be something that's good for just you and your family. The founder of the company is saving a whole bunch of money because him and his family switched over to the health share that we have with this company. So, team building. This right here is going to help all of you who actually want to start your own agency. And remember, I had said before, this is not something that you necessarily have to do, but at a minimum, if it's you and 5 people, let's say you have 5 agents in your area and it's you, they're coming in, remember, not investing a single thing in a $30,000 platform that you would have to pay if they were doing it on their own. With all of this stuff already done, already built, you can go out and start talking to all the businesses tomorrow. You can start emailing, or on an email campaign, all of your businesses tomorrow. You can go to your builders associations, all of that type of stuff. Introduce yourself, let them know you're the business funder in the area, right? And so people know that they have somebody they can reach out and they can touch, as opposed to running into all these other people and applying for business loans online and having 10 or 15 people send you messages saying that you're already approved. But how can you be? They haven't looked at any of your finances, right? They haven't looked at any of that. And, they get people roped into these types of things, and then it gives people a bad name. So what I would do is I would just, meet people one-on-one, introduce yourself, let the people know that you are real and you're here and you can come and help them with their businesses locally. Or if you're doing a campaign where you're going, and you're working all 50 states, then you can always reach out and still, introduce yourself by phone. Excuse me, you guys, or however you want to do that. Okay. This is going over the compensation plan, which is extremely lucrative here. So make sure you spend some time on the comp plan. And then you have a tab that gives you the logos and all of that down here, as you see. Training materials, team building materials, company booklets, line of credit, healthcare gate funding, all of that is on there. Okay. So, with that being said, I am going to be going over tomorrow. So, look forward to the training that we're going to be having on um, how to make 250,000 a year in income with only 5 agents. So, we're going to go into that in depth. Okay. So, remember, when you sign up, you're going to wait for your welcome email. When you get your welcome email, all of your links, all of your stuff's going to be in there. Log in and you're going to go directly to the Agent Resource Center. Okay, start your training immediately, you guys, because some people, you'll be able to get through all of that. And in 1 to 2 days, you're out, you're meeting customers. You never know what's going to happen. You get somebody funded, you're going to have that money the next day. Okay. And that means that you can have a pretty significant check, in your first week of being in the industry, right? And that would be great for you to be able to just tell people that happened, right? So, okay, so if you guys have any questions, anything that you want to ask me, then you know where to reach me, and I'm always available.